Well, good morning, day 94. We are waking up here at the Dahlgreen backpack shelter. Had a good night last night, slept really well. I pulled out my second pillow for the first time in a while, and it was kind of nice to have something to kind of hold on to, and I'm a side sleeper, so it makes a huge difference when I've got a pillow to hold on to. So that was good. I slept really well. We're going to do, I don't know, the guide's nebulous. I think it's 18 and a half or so today, 18, 19, close to that. To the last shelter in Maryland. I didn't mention yesterday, I kept looking for the state line, and Gavin and I both talked to Bullfrog for a while, he talked to Angel for a while, and both of them reminded us that as soon as we crossed the bridge over the Potomac River, we had kicked off West Virginia, and we were already in Maryland. So we're in Maryland today, and we will get really close to the Pennsylvania state line before tonight. We'll move on into Pennsylvania tomorrow, but we're going to head for the last shelter in Maryland today, about 18 and a half miles up, and we'll check in with you through the day and let you know how the day goes. Well, we have arrived at Washington Monument State Park. Looks like there's a bathroom facility up there, a couple of other hikers, but we'll head on up the trail. And my memory is that we have like a little roadway that we'll walk to get up to the Washington Monument, and there'll be all kinds of signs detailing historical points in George Washington's life. So I'll show you some of those as we go up the way. Well, more views as we climb up towards the Washington Monument. Here's our trail going north right here, and we'll head on up that way. So this is our trail going up to the Washington Monument, the original one, and we'll have all these signs with milestones. Rather than video the entire walk up here, I'll just take some pictures of these and plop them at the end of the video, and you can watch them there. Alrighty, so we're coming up on the original Washington Monument right here. Most people don't even know this exists. I'll see if I can find some construction details on it. I think there's a sign over here. Not a lot of a view out here. It looks like we're above the clouds. No, there's a little bit. It's just hazy. We've got a kind of a porch-ish looking thing over here. And we've beat the park rangers out this morning. There's usually a flag flying on the pole behind me. And you can usually go up in the monument and see the view from the top, but not for us today because we're not going to wait around. But I will walk over here and get you the sign so that you can see the history of this thing, because it was erected before the obelisk in Washington that we all know as the Washington Monument. So you can pause the video here and read this, but we're going to head on back down the trail. We just crossed a road and we're going down through these houses. They're pretty houses. And the trail goes right between that house and this one over here to my left. It's kind of neat. There's a couple of places like that along the trail where we're, walking through somebody's side yard. But anyway, we're going to head on up. There's a shelter a little ways up. We're going to stop and have some lunch or second breakfast or whatever we want to call it. I don't know what time it is. But anyway, we're moving on up the road. Crossing some interstate traffic here. We are, I think it must be near a place called South Mountain. I don't know, but probably can't hear me. I'm going to ring off and I'll catch with you. Talk with you later. Well, I haven't had my phone out in a little bit, but thought I'd show you what we're dealing with right now. The last little ways since we stopped at that shelter for lunch, We had a decent climb up to get on this ridge, but now we've been walking down this almost dirt road looking thing. Rocks aren't too bad. Step around them, on them, over them, whatever. We're making pretty decent time today. Been talking with a couple of subscribers trying to engineer a meet and greet here in the next few days in a couple of different places. So I'm excited by that. Thanks to all of you that have reached out. We're going to try to work out meeting some of these folks that have been following our videos, and we've had some offers for indoor stays and rides around to food, or various and sundry things. So we're going to try to take advantage of those opportunities as our schedule allows. So we'll see how things go up the trail. I did not stop off today at the View to Annapolis Rocks. Had I known about it, we'd have done our lunching there instead of at the shelter, but Hawkeye had already pulled off and didn't realize. But it's about a quarter mile off trail, and we got a late start today, so I was thinking we probably ought to just get on up the road. And I think there's a place over here on the trail that we won't have to leave the trail, that we can get a similar view. So we'll see how that goes up the trail. Well, I just took a side trail over here to what I thought was going to be a view, and I don't know how to get to a view. Maybe right here. We skipped over, as I said, we didn't go to Annapolis Rocks. I'm not going to be able to get high enough on that. I'm not going to climb all the way up here. Maybe I can go around the other end of it, because I knew that there was going to be a place where you have a view.
What do you mean you don't know how to get there?
Well, Gavin Hawkeye's up here.
Sorry, that was more aggressive than I meant for it to be.
Yeah, maybe I can go right here.
Careful right here. It is a little bit slick.
Can you see from where you are, or do I need to climb up to the top?
You would need to climb on top of this rock. You can see a little bit, but there's a tree dead center.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go with what I got, because I don't want to break my neck.
I don't either.
I'd love to go up there, but I'm not sure I trust myself. I don't know, maybe let me see if I can get, I'm not gonna climb with the phone, so let me walk up there and see if I can get it. All right, this is as close as I'm willing to get, but indeed we do have a view over here. This has been the nicest one we've had in several days. We got this, I could go out to that edge, but I'm not feeling that. I don't do heights too well. We got some kind of a bird zipping along over here, but I'm glad we came over. Gorgeous view. Well, I thought I'd get the phone out and show you the trail. This is it. It goes up this way. That's about 15 or 20 feet up over the rocks. Yippee! But mostly it's been a good hike today. We've been able to step out and really make some good time in a lot of places. So we'll take this and do the best we can with it. Try not to break an ankle. Well, we passed by the Ensign Cowl shelter. Didn't go down there. Gavin stopped off at the spring and got some water. But we're about to dump out of the forest, I think, into a hot field at 3 or 3:30 in the afternoon. The sun's up high. But, I'm gonna head down through here, and we're probably, I don't know, 3 miles, maybe 3 and some change from the shelter where we're planning to stop tonight. It's been a pretty good day. We've had a few rocky patches, but for the most part, the trail's been pretty wide open. This isn't bad. So we'll keep pedaling along northbound, and we'll see you up the trail a little bit. Well, there's a little bit of wildlife for you. Got a little duck in this creek. Kind of cool. We're about a mile from the shelter, I think. Getting ready to start a climb, and we'll get there when we get there. But kind of cool. Well, hey Turbo. Here's our shelter for the night. Awesome. Fire pit area. This is a fairly new one. The only downside to it is the spring is going to be down a ways. But anyway, we're here, and I'll talk to you soon. Well, it's the end of day 94. We're here in the shelter, and I was almost about ready to forget to do a closing video, but we appreciate you joining us. I'll show you the shelter area tomorrow, and we'll talk to you in the morning.